So my name is Giuliano. I studied like computer development in my beginning. Then I was always curious to new arguments and to discover new technology. I worked the last 20 years in my family farm and developed there in a traditional field. But even if I was there, I looked at how I can use the technology even in my way. So this evening I will try to explain a big argument like blockchain and how it can be useful for the business in general. And for sure you already heard that this word, blockchain, maybe Bitcoin, Ethereum, sounds not new for you, right? Okay. But no, not a lot of people know that there is several types of blockchains, and when it started, mostly 15 years ago, it was the first type was just for cryptocurrency and Bitcoin. But after this, the innovation was moved on. We added the smart contracts, I don't know exactly all the words in English, this evening is working, but doesn't matter. Smart contracts make new steps, and then we use this kind of contracts in the centralized application. So we arrived now at the on the 4.0 idea of blockchain, and this will be what we will see this evening. Before to get there, we have to understand what means blockchain, because we know maybe Bitcoin, but how works this, we don't know. So I will read what means blockchain in reality. Is a decentralized and distributed and public digital ledger that is used to record transactions across many computers so that the record cannot be altered retroactively without the alteration of all subsequent blocks and the consensus of the network. Did you understand something about it? Probably not. The other we will not read, but they are important to know that the smart contracts and the consensus make the difference between the different types of blockchain. I will try to explain shortly how it works, because it's a huge argument and it will take hours to explain in deep details how blockchain really works. So, in general, very shortly, if I want to add something in the blockchain, I create a new block. This block will be broadcast to the network, and there will be a consensus. So many computers or miners, in other words, they look at if the transaction is made is correctly or not, and if everything is fine, will be a result that it's approved. So we are here approximately, and if everything is fine and it's approved, that will go to the blockchain. So everyone in every moment will see what will be. I will explain better here. So what is a blockchain? It's real time. We don't use time because it's very fast to add new information on the blockchain. The ledger, it's like, to make an example, I didn't say it before, it's like we have a book that everyone can look inside, and when a new information is added, there is a mark, a public mark, that will show that it's approved. There is no possibility to change it. So other points are exactly, there is no possibility to make failure on this. A full test when it is C, and this means that we have a reducing of cost in using this, and all the transaction is made between the network and not between an authority like usual for our society worked till now. The other part is that there can be a different type of blockchain. So there is open one, there are public. I will not go deep, but just to have some idea that it's not only Bitcoin or Ethereum. There is several types of blockchain nowadays. Or it can be private, so it's closed. So if you want to go inside, you need to get an access to go inside. and there is hybridum type that it's a mix between the public and the private one. Okay? So altogether with the technology moved on, with this distributed ledger technology can open more the possibility to use all this type of technology. And I will not explain deeply this part, but what will be if I connect all this kind of new information with what we use till now? I will give you some more idea about. We grow in a Web 1. There is no possibility to move a lot. Then we get in the .2.0. I'm correct on this, I don't know. So the main difference is that there's somebody use our data, there's somebody monetize our data, and we don't have the we don't have the ownership of the data. And now we are arriving on the free web. I don't remember the correct word in this. So the using of all this kind of new technology, blockchains or decentralized application, metaverse, or now we started also with intelligence, artificial intelligence, and all together can help to have our ownership on our things that can be in several type of fields. And we see now which fields. I'm sorry. How working so fast? Okay, we are here. Something we already know, maybe Bitcoin or the banking systems, but in reality, maybe you know Bored Apes. They are NFT, a type of technology used by with blockchain, or it's more was started with cryptocurrency and with gaming and with art in general. But we are discovering and already starting to use blockchain in several fields, like I said before. So digital ID or the healthcare, something in some. There is some project on this, and in law and in real estate. So in the future, we will not use notary or a lawyer anymore. Everything will be made by digital with the smart contracts, because smart contracts are some programs that make transaction automatically when something is changing. So to go deep in this, it's very hard, but we have a huge potential on all of this with the connection of the blockchains and the internet, how we know it now. There is one argument that it's not mentioned here, because like we saw before in the Web 3, all now is connected. And what is not mentioned? So it's the IoT system, the possibility that anybody, anywhere, with any network, in any time, with any device, so in any business, can use something and control it or have the ownership. So we have the IoT device connected to the network, and we control it remotely. But in reality, all of these connections are bidirectional. So we will know in every point how we are there. Can you imagine how all this kind of technology can use in usual days if we use electronics with the softwares? So all the supply chain that we are using nowadays can be connected to the blockchains. That means that if I work in the fields or in agriculture, all the information pass through the program, go to the blockchain, so the final consumer can check what I did in my farm, or for example, all the distribution and logistics, so we will know every moment where is a truck or the truck did and the driver of the truck moved it. Or in productions or in textile, we will know, for example, from where the, I don't know the word, sorry, da dove si prendono I fili tessili, dove vengono costruiti. So we check all the traceability of all the goods we are producing everywhere in the world. Okay? With all of these, I use it and I learned from this. I go deeper to find how I can work it in my home and to find or to get a new activity on this. Because in my work, we have several problems, like we are not digital at all, and mostly I don't like that we don't have objective rewards if we are working very good. So with all the technology I showed you very fast this evening, with IoT and the blockchain, we can have a win-to-win system that if I work good, everyone will know that I'm working good and I can ask more reward on this. And also for governments or the supply chain in general can know all what we are doing in every moment, because we have full transparency. It's not there is no possibility to change the data I put it on the blockchain and all these things. So our solution, we call it Digibel. It's a blockchain animal tracking. That means that, for example, our cow will have a collar put on the neck, so we will know in every time where they are to eat, what they are eating, how they are healthy or not, and this information will be not a solution only for me, but can be applied in all the supply chain to use it for everyone to get better work. So I finished my presentation. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'm here to answer your question if you have it. I have some more slides, but it depends on you if you like it or not. Thank you so much.